Hello, it's Channy. I finally got enough time that I wanted to make an update. Past basic training, it was terrible. I don't think I'd ever do it again. Took us 90 days to get through basic. We were ROMed for 34 of those days. Um, my division, I think, started out with about 80 females. We finished with 36. We lost a bunch to COVID, others to um, ASMOs into other divisions because they couldn't pass the run or the final PFA. Please work out before you go to basic. I can't even tell you how many females didn't pass the run even towards the end, or how many females almost didn't pass their run. Work out before you go. You're not doing enough running or physical fitness in basic to get you there if you're not close to being there already. That's going to save you a bunch of heartache, I think, in the long run. Um, Going off my other video, what I packed, those grooming, the scissors, I had to throw them away. I wasn't able to bring them. I did pack civilian clothes for A school, which I'm at now. I'm in Pensacola, Florida. I've started my training for ATI, is what I got on my orders. And I will be here for 140 days. So I left for basic training May 5th, and that's when the ROM started. So restriction of movement. So that's your quarantine for 2 weeks before you're even allowed to go to basics. So playing with that. Um, and so, yeah, I left May 5th, 2 weeks later. I think it was like the 18th or the 19th. We got to RTC. It was Memorial Day weekend, so we didn't actually start our training until almost June, the beginning of June. And we didn't leave RTC until July 31st, is when I first got to Pensacola, Florida. Basic took me, I wrote it down on this little calendar, which I wrote down everything we did in basic, the month of Hellfire. And I was at RTC for 86 days. My boot camp took almost 3 months to get through before I got to come to Pensacola, Florida. But I'm here now. I've already been in school. It's September 24th. Tomorrow's the 25th. It's a Friday. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to update. I kind of wanted to skate through basic and not put myself out there too much. That didn't end up happening. I ended up being head PO at first and then quickly turned into MA, which is Master at Arms. So I was busy every single day doing something. On top of all the training, you have to make sure that all the responsibilities, the compartment, the girls, everything's taken care of as MA. You're keeping order, discipline for RPOC and AROC, and that was a chore, you know? There's a lot of females in a division, and I'm sure they didn't love me yelling at them all the time. But I tried really hard. And now I'm in Pensacola, Florida. They've made me a duty section leader just because I'm here so long at the barracks. It's your housing, right? We have, the bunks, closets that we put everything in. You do have to clean your barracks. You're in a duty section. It's every 4 days. Kind of a bummer. You still have to stand watch. I'm duty section 1 leader at the moment. So that's fun. I also somehow became guide for ATI Strand, and that's been actually a really fun time. I was so nervous about it. I direct the Sailors Creed for all of avionics in the morning, every morning at them currently. So that's kind of fun. And I get to say "hoo-yah" at the end of the Sailors Creed, and everybody repeats it back to me. So that's cool. I'm also class leader. I think it just worked out to be that way because I was Navy guide, and I was the only sailor in my class. That it worked out to be where I was guide and class leader. It's just easy. It's easy for me to put stuff out for information for our schoolhouse. One thing that is a little different is we're going to school with Marines. I didn't realize how many Navy and Navy students would be in classes with the Marines. I know that Marines is a department of the Navy. I didn't know that Marines also came here to train. So Marines and Navy here in Pensacola are together all the time. It's actually kind of cool. Um, that's been fun. Otherwise, I've been studying. I have a test tomorrow that I've been studying for. I'm pretty nervous about. Um, there's just so much once you get here that you have to remember to do. Joining the military, it's definitely putting you aside, your personal needs for a greater good or a common good. And, you have to make sure that your uniform is squared away and your boots are shined and you look your best and you're still learning. And if you have, those extracurricular billets on top of that, that you compartmentalize your time. I don't even know if that's the right word to use, but you have to give the same amount of attention to detail and time to each of your billets, um, and just be a good sailor. I think otherwise, I don't really have too much other than if you're thinking about going to basic, good luck. I know it won't take you as long as it took my division, Division 213. We had it rough. We had 3 realms. We spent 34 days in quarantine, RTC for 3 months. I think we all cried on the bus a little bit when we finally left quarantine. The last quarantine, we literally went to battle stations, graduated that day, and then the very next day after graduation, they put us in 2-week quarantine. So we were a graduated division just sitting there, rotting for 2 weeks when all we wanted to do was get out and start our job training. I think that was the hardest part. The second ROM during basic was only about 6 or 7 days, but that one was mentally stressful just because they kept taking females from our division who were popping positive for COVID, and we didn't see those females again, most of them. Battle stations was really fun. I didn't get tired at all. You're doing something the entire night. The only thing that was unpleasant is you get soaked on one of the exercises or one of the simulations. I don't know what you call it, and you stay soaked all day, all night. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed battle stations. I can't talk about battle stations. You'll just have to go through it. But yes, now we're here. We're in Pensacola, Florida. We're learning. I did turn 30 in basic, so that was fun. I wasn't the oldest. There were a couple males who were about 36, so I've been having a good time. There's some females here in my same strand that are my age as well. But for the most part, a lot of my friends are, 20, 21, 22, got some 18, 19-year-olds, and it's not a problem. I think, yeah, if you want like a room tour, let me know. There's not much going on. I did put curtains on my bunk because I'm B-rack, and it's been a lifesaver. I get very good sleep. I use my laptop clearly at A school, which has been nice. Packing for A school was one of the smartest things I did, just because now I have everything that I need with me. So everything that you saw in the previous video, that's still what I have. We're not authorized at NATTC in Pensacola right now to wear civilian clothing. We're not permitted off base. We're not permitted, to leave or anything. So I've been stuck on a military base my entire military career so far. First time RTC, now at NATC. I can't wait to go out and get some street tacos when we're able to finally leave base, if that ever happens. So COVID's been interesting. It's been very interesting. It's been terrible, I'll be honest. COVID sucks. I hate it. We do have to wear masks everywhere here. I brought masks to basic, but you're not allowed to wear them. They issue you some, so don't worry about that even. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, I'll probably start updating this a little more. Maybe questions about the calendar and everything I wrote down for basic. I pretty much put something for every single day on the calendar because I didn't want to forget. And yeah, if you need me, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll try to get back to you.